Thoth. He's the Emerald Tablets guy, right? Every thought that you have, every thought that anybody else has, every construct, every mental construct that comes through has to go somewhere, has to do something. It doesn't just sit there, and it's not powerless. It's very powerful. In normal circumstances, when you're using the thoughts properly, I guess, you have a thought and you act upon it, and it diffuses the energy of the thought. So there's no more reconciliation that's needed to be done with that particular thought, because it has come into the mind, it has been enacted upon, it has become a manifest creation of your life, and then it is done with, it's over. The ones that don't get used, so to speak, are the ones that go into the subconscious or into the background noise of your life, which is your subconscious mind. And they do still inform the present, especially if they go into the subconscious as a worry. So if you have a thought that's predicting something bad, or that's giving light to a bad possibility that is conceivable, and that bad thing hasn't happened yet, then it sits in the subconscious as a little itsy bitsy time bomb that is waiting for the correct circumstances to happen. This guy Adi Da Samraj, it's kind of funny that he has the word Adidas literally written into his name, but I don't think that's very relevant. I don't know that he was necessarily about athletic shoes. But he said about mind, he said, while we are here, you make up your mind about things. And then when you're in the hereafter, or when you release from the body, he said, mind makes you. And other people have related it to the concept of purgatory. What Dreams May Come, that book goes into it a little bit and talks about after death, after the physical body dies, then the mind has to defrag itself. It has to go into this hodgepodge of thought structures that have been created and are sitting in the subconscious, and those have to be gone through. Like, you are the owner of those. You're the sole proprietor of all those thought forms, so you got to go through and, you know, I don't know necessarily to say that you have to live each and every one possibility like in a physical manner, with especially all the pain and torture and things that you may have ever thought about. I'm not saying necessarily that's how it is. There is always a measure of kindness built into the model, just like how when animals are being eaten, they have all of this adrenaline and chemicals, numbing chemicals that flood their body so they don't feel as much pain. So I'm sure that we have the similar kind of thing. But and my friend Sarah that I did holotropic breathwork with, she told me that she had the same thing, and it wasn't even, as far as I remember, it wasn't triggered by drugs or anything. She just felt it coming, and then she relived all these things her whole life basically, but in fast succession. But it wasn't a near-death experience as far as I can tell. It was just a simple happening. Maybe not so simple, but the point being is that thoughts are very important. They're the starting point to how things manifest in the physical. And they also comprise the background noise ocean in which your present moment is floating in. So if you have all kinds of negative thoughts and worries, then your waters are bound to be choppy. And when serene moment opportunities come through, like a sunrise or a sunset or lounging by the fireplace with a good book, well, since your ocean is all choppy, your waters are trying to form a tidal wave or a massive whirlpool that you're going to get sucked into, then you can't enjoy the peaceful, calm, or beautiful moments as well. So just to understand how powerful thoughts are, and how, until you look at them, how outside of your control they really are. Until you really look into it and see how they pop up, see how they disappear, if they disappear, how loud they are, whether you can call a thought, just summon it, hey, I want to think about this. But even that, there is a prior to that formulated the possibility for that thought, because you have all these images anyway from previous ones, you see? So it gets dicey if you really get into it. But thoughts. They say part of the Emerald Tablets were not revealed. The part that I read was interesting. I didn't think it was anything monumental as far as knowledge, but was interesting. Thoth seems like an interesting chap. Let me know what you guys think about thoughts. What do you think?